WeCast, supporting women entrepreneurs in Southern Alberta, with your host, Jenny Bourne.
Welcome to WeCast, recorded on Treaty 7 lands, home of the Blackfoot people of the Canadian Plains and the Métis Nation Region 3. Today, we bring you the final episode of WeCast's four-part podcast summer series, produced by WESTEM, the Women Entrepreneurs in STEM program, here to support all women entrepreneurs in rural regions of Southern Alberta. WeSTEM is made possible thanks in part to funding from the Government of Canada's Women Entrepreneurship Strategy through Economic Development Lethbridge. The WeCast podcast is here to amplify the voices and tell the stories of self-identified women entrepreneurs and those who support them across the rural regions of Southern Alberta. Please join us in conversation with women business owners and advisors from Southern Alberta as we build community in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. Although today is the final episode of our summer series, I'm very excited to announce that the WeCast program will continue going forward. Starting September 2021, we will be releasing one episode a month, and we are so happy to be able to continue to bring you the stories of women entrepreneurs in Southern Alberta. My name is Jenny Bourne, and I am the Senior Program Coordinator for the WeSTEM program and the host of WeCast. I am also joined by Alyssa Borix, our technical producer and WeSTEM's event coordinator. Today, we are so happy to introduce you to a WeSTEM client and entrepreneur from Claresholm, Alberta, Janna Sitovska. Janna is a registered acupuncturist in Alberta and doctor of Chinese medicine. She studied at the Alberta College of Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine in Calgary and is registered by the College and Association of Acupuncturists of Alberta. Janna treats a broad range of health issues, ranging from pain, Bell's palsy, digestive disorders, women's health, and managing chronic conditions, amongst many, many others. Before coming to Claresholm, Janna worked as a registered nurse in a hospital trauma department in the Ukraine, and she ran her own business as a medical esthetician prior to becoming interested in natural healing. Janna's focus is to get to the root of her patients' problems. Her goal is improving quality of life by eliminating symptoms and working with the body in order to revive and enhance the body's healing potential. Thank you, Janna, for taking the time to join us today. That was a very long introduction. You are
That's so good.
you've got a great story to tell. I'm really excited to hear more about you and your journey to entrepreneurship. So I'm going to hand it over to you. Can you start by telling us a little more about yourself and or when or how you decided to become an entrepreneur?
Oh, yeah. Basically, my story started since, I don't know, I was 18 years old and I had some kind of health issues. And I always was on that, discovering what can I do? How can I help myself? I started to search in medical, some kind of field. That's how I become registered nurse and I become a medical esthetician. But then I was digging up, down. I had really good example. A friend of mine, he was a Western medical doctor. At the same time, he was acupuncturist. And I was fascinated by his job. And he was treating me as well, and I just was, wow, he could help me with acupuncture. And that's why I decided to go and study Oriental, Eastern medicine. But unfortunately, back in Ukraine, in order to study acupuncture, Chinese medicine, you have to firstly become a Western medicine doctor. I already been on that field, a registered nurse. So I decided, okay, it's probably, I don't want to do it anymore. So that's how it's I opened Canada to myself. I searched for a acupuncture program in Canada, and I just was enrolled in Alberta College of Acupuncture Chinese Medicine. And that's how we came to Canada with my family, with my husband and our daughter. We lived in Calgary for about 6 years old, and I just graduated there. I got licensed, and then we came to Claresholm 1 year ago, and I started my practice.
Amazing. Can you tell me what, I'm not familiar with a medical esthetician.
Medical esthetician, it's basically, it's not just facials, right? I was treating people like whenever they had, for example, any skin disorders, for example, but mainly it was acne, and it was quite successful. Yeah, but the only thing like for me on that time, I just was treating from the outward, but not from inside. And right now, I do realize that the main reason coming from inside, right? And like from Chinese medicine perspective right now, and I able to treat it from inside, not only from outside.
That's amazing. I spent a decade living in South Korea. So I had a lot of acupuncture while I was there, and it's something I definitely still pursue here in Canada. So it's good to know there.
You look great, by the way.
Yeah, there's lots of great resources out there. So was it your desire to be an acupuncturist that brought you to Canada, or was it just a coincidence that you could pursue that here?
It was kind of both. Like I was on that time, I was 33 years old, and I was kind of stuck back in Ukraine, and I just was thinking that I have to somehow invest on myself and develop that, in my career and my interests, like I was really like deeply asked myself what I would like to do in my life, and what would just realize myself and just make me happy. What would I do to make me happy by doing something, and that was answer to my question, and at the same time, back in Ukraine, we were in the condition when the war started, and it was a bit not that society what I would like to raise my kids, and just build my career as a woman, Basically, I didn't feel myself confident there, to build my business there. I don't know somehow, but it's a bit society more where like men feel themselves a bit like more confident than women. It's changing a lot. I wouldn't say like it's 100% like that, but in that time I felt like that,
Mm-hmm. Can I ask, when did you leave the Ukraine then?
2015.
2015. Okay. So it wasn't that long ago.
Well, it's kind of 6 years already. Time is flying.
Yeah. Canada's a really big country. Can I ask how you came to Alberta and to Claresholm specifically?
You know what? When I was 21 years old, I already been in Canada. Like it was student exchange program, and I was exactly in Alberta. Mm-hmm. And I already kind of was familiar what kind of society is it, what can I expect from people, so that's why I just were choosing like specific that province. Yeah, but according to Claresholm, it was a COVID time, and my husband, he had to change a job, and he found a job in Claresholm. He works as a truck driver with water steward. So I was just like in process to getting my license, and I was stuck. Like I couldn't work. I stopped working back in Calgary, and it was kind of like, why not to move to Claresholm? It's a small community, but it's quite convenient for kids. Not so like crazy traffic, and it's more convenient for my husband. And I just realized that there is no one like doing acupuncture here. Why not to open acupuncture practice here? This was the idea behind.
Yeah, that's completely logical to me for sure. So you did open your acupuncture clinic in Claresholm. Can you tell us about your process and can tell us about your business? What's the name of the business?
Okay. Yeah. So originally I was a bit hesitating, I was thinking to go with working with chiropractor,
okay,
a local chiropractor, just, to start over. But later, somehow, like I just sit down and just was thinking about a bit more and okay, why not to open my own business? But it was complicated because, you had to start from scratch, right? Organizing all stuff by yourself and managing all this stuff. But I met really nice people here and they helped me a lot. By the way, Martina Magheri, she worked for WSIC, like Catholic Society in Calgary.
Yeah.
So she helped me a lot. She introduced me to the community, We were walking through the downtown of Claresholm and she was just meeting people and just, hey, hi, this is a new acupuncturist here, like
awesome.
Talking to everybody, she's like live advertisements, she's really nice lady. And she helped me to find my office, and with other stuff, like whenever I just needed, she just was really open and just helpful. I'm really thankful to her. Yeah, and that's how I just started. Like it took me about 2-3 weeks to start business. Mm-hmm. I just gave advertisement to local press and newspaper, and people start coming. I did some put advertisement on Facebook, put advertisement on Instagram, social media. It was good start, by the way. And then whenever you're doing your good job, good service, people just seeing that, then they're just coming back.
So if someone was looking for your clinic, what is the name?
It's That as Healing.
You can book appointments online?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. And does the name have any special meaning? Was it hard to name your business?
No, it's kind of like it's my first and last name for first letters and then healing, right?
That's great. I'm glad to hear it's going so well already. So did you face any obstacles to first getting your business started? And do you think that you have faced any barriers as a woman entrepreneur or as an immigrant to Canada?
No, I wouldn't say that. Of course, it took some efforts, right? And from the beginning, it's really important to have some certain like friends around you who just a bit like give you more confidence and more like push you a bit, whenever you just stuck with just stuck with something like simple question, but you're stuck, right? And you need just some kind of ideas around, So it's really important to have some people around you, your friends, right? My husband, he was quite helpful to me financially. He was kind of invested on that project. But mentally, I had my friends around to help me because he was just, kind of like just financially helping. Yeah, but, do whatever you want. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Like everybody is giving like what he can, right? And he was able to do that. And I'm really thankful to him for that. I think like service field, it's quite a good field for investments here, especially in Claresholm, because people need that. I would say that, yeah.
They need more businesses, you think?
I would say more like service businesses,
Yeah. Have you found with the clients that you have now, prior to you opening your clinic, were they having to drive to Calgary or to another place?
This is quite, because mainly like Society of Claresholm. Like I would say it's I'm not sure about statistics, right? But it looks like for me it's like half of it. It's like more elderly people, and for them it's hard to commute to Calgary. They don't want to. Even for myself, I don't want to commute right now. I want local. I want to have like service locally, right? So that's why like it's makes sense to have this kind of business here. Hard to find a word.
Yeah, I understand. And as you mentioned, it's very helpful to have that support from family, from friends, right? Emotional support, financial support, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So did you self-finance then with you and your husband, or did you have to pursue financing to start your business?
No, we just financed ourselves.
That's great. So you did come to the WESTEM program, right? You went through one of our programs. So how did you first hear about the WESTEM program?
again, like from that, my friend Martina Magheri, she just, she knew that I'm in that process to open businesses, and she just, hey, I just heard this program is going on, and just why you not go and just be enrolled in that program? And I said, yeah, why not? And it was quite helpful, it helped me to organize my ideas, my aims. And Wendy, she was quite helpful, coaching me and, just encouraging me, by her example, by examples of other ladies. So it was really nice program.
That's great. Yeah. So Wendy, that Janna is mentioning, is a business advisor with WESTEM, but she's also a client of WESTEM as well. And she was our first guest for our podcast. So if you want to hear more about Wendy, you can listen to our first episode.
I will, definitely.
So you came through the new Canadian Emerging Entrepreneurs program that we have, right? So that was the first time we ran it. I'm so glad to hear that it was helpful for you, because we will be running it again in the fall. So we're pretty excited to be running.
It's really great.
So I know that you had your friend, from the Catholic Society, Martina?
Yes.
And she was helping you a lot. Was there anything specific that Wendy helped guide you with?
She was specific, because on that time when I was on the WESTEM program, I was thinking to go work with chiropractor on his clinic, or just to start my own, And she was helpful on that stage, and by all an example, just talking to me, and she was really easy to reach her, she was quite open, just, whenever you have time, you just can give me a call. And she's really easygoing, like friendly, you don't feel that barrier. And it's really important. When the coaching, like you feel you can be open.
Yeah. That's great. That's, if you feel a barrier, there's no point, right? It's not very helpful at all. Well, I'm glad to hear that it's helped you and that it seems to be going well. You mentioned that you post sometimes on Facebook or Instagram, but do you have a specific marketing strategy? How are you marketing your business these days?
These days, when I just started, I gave advertisement and I was proposed that for first visit it's kind of 20% discount I had, and right now I do have 10% discounts for people over 65 years old, for students, and also I just created some kind of gift cards. Right now, that's it.
Are you happy with the number of clients you have, or are you still trying to grow your clientele?
Still trying to grow, because otherwise it's not interested. And I'm really thankful to my patients, because, they are just, they stimulate me to grow by myself, and always, something like new case, and you just searching, and just, I need to upgrade my knowledge in that topic. I need to, and it's like stimulating you and all the time, and you just kind of like research person. So this is like, for me, I really like boost my interest all the time. And I just, whenever person's coming and how it will go this time,
Do you find that a lot of your new clients are seeing your posts and that's why they're coming, or is it a lot of word of mouth, like their friend?
On this stage, it's more word of mouth, but because it's not big, huge community.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. That's fantastic. It's very different than being in a larger city like Calgary and trying to get the word.
Yeah, and I'm just the only one acupuncturist here.
Yeah. Everyone knows who you are.
Exactly.
So back in the Ukraine, you worked in a trauma department, right? In the hospital. And now you're running your own clinic with acupuncture. It seems like two totally different worlds. Do you ever miss working in the hustle and bustle of a hospital?
Yes and no, because it was a really hard job, by the way, but it was, in the end of the day, all the time you were like, you had that interest, because, like the main idea to help people, right? And then around you, you met really like different cases and with different people with different stories behind. And somehow, whenever you just were treating people, it was quite common back in Ukraine, and people just were talking to you, just talking about whole their life, you know.
Yeah.
And it was quite interesting, you know, like in the end of the day, you felt appreciated and satisfied with what you're doing. Back in Ukraine, it was a bit intense because it's probably that kind of system, but we like only one nurse. We had to do service for quite many people, like over the 20 people you were responsible for. And right now, I don't have like so much pressure, but still I do have that kind of, you know, as I said, like like investigator in house field. So it's still that, and yeah.
That's a very interesting and very stressful. So do you think that helped you to prepare for your...
Oh yeah, definitely. It was great experience, amazing experience. Even though sometimes I was about to quit, you know, but then kind of few days like just giving myself rest, and then okay, I'm good.
Good again. And you're used to working with people in pain.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a good change, right? From one to the other. So now that you are running your own clinic and running your own business and you're in acupuncture, you're not just behind the scenes. What do you most enjoy about being an entrepreneur?
You just, you know, I'm enjoying because I can book my schedule, right, by myself, regulated. Like I'm not under pressure and I can spend like more and more time on something, right? So I'm just, you know, manager of my time. But sometimes I do spend more time than, you know, regular hours, working hours, right? So it's not like the same, like whenever you've done your job and that's it, you know, like working hours are done, so you just done your job. No, like it can be after working hours, right?
Yeah. So that's my next question was going to be, what is the hardest part or the most difficult part of running your own business? But would that be your answer, that you're never done working?
Like since beginning, right? It's a bit hard because like everything you have to do by yourself, right? Managing, like organizing, like controlling all like stuff, right? Not just so whenever I'm doing treatment, but besides that, I'm doing like billing, you know, and I have to deal with insurance companies and just other stuff, you know, just make sure, control that everything is paid on time, you know, and all this stuff. Yeah. So from the beginning, this is a bit like put more efforts on you. But with the time, it's like you got used to. It's not getting so hard right now for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully later I can just take over that stuff to somebody else.
Yeah, eventually, right? So then what is your plan? What does the road ahead look like? Your business is still pretty in the growing stages, right? You're just starting up and growing. So what are your plans for the future of your clinic or for you personally, Janna?
I really thankful that I'm on that field,
mm-hmm.
and I see results. And my aim is to popularize more about the Eastern Oriental medicine, like acupuncture, Chinese medicine, herbs, and other stuff. You know, like I just know that people are not aware about, like many people just not aware, and just I see that Western medicine is really good in like acute situations, you know, but a bit missing stuff whenever you are just treating, you know, people who trying to cure people. There where like Chinese medicine is coming to help. And I see my mission to inform people and educate and just tell about more. I think people need it a lot, you know, some I can find many examples where like people could be helped really easily with like something from Chinese medicine, but they just don't know it, you know. And this is my mission, I think, in that life. And yeah, I do want to develop my clinic, like to grow my business, and just, my dream to like create a herbal dispensary,
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So it could be quite beneficial people around.
For many years, I would go to a Western style doctor for diagnosis. And then I would go to Eastern style doctor for treatment. Right. So,
Yeah,
it's the balance of the two are fantastic.
And I think like future medicine is like, it's on a like connection between Western medicine and Eastern medicine, because it can go like that. It's supposed to develop and grow like, and I see that future medicine as integrative medicine, like connect in connection with the Western and Eastern medicine all together. If they can integrate and just work well with each other, it would be much more benefits for people.
Yeah. I'm very excited that you're in Claresholm as the first acupuncturist there, and you can start this process. That's amazing. I have one more question for you. If there is a woman in Claresholm who's thinking about starting a business there, do you have any advice that you would pass on?
It's just general advice is probably just listen yourself, believe in yourself. This is the main ideas, right? Don't scare yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's always good to try. Everybody makes mistakes, like falling down, but just stand up and go. Everybody makes mistakes. Otherwise, you don't learn.
It's very true. That's great advice. It's great advice for all of us, I think. So thank you, Janna. So it's very exciting, as I said, as you're growing your clientele. And if we can help you in any way at WESTEM, please don't ever hesitate to reach out. We're still here to support in any way we can. And if there are people listening in the Claresholm area that would like to connect with you for some acupuncture, what's the best way for people to reach you?
It's so through my phone, right? Or through you can book online.
We will put your website in the description of the podcast so people can connect with you that way. So if you are looking for acupuncture in Claresholm area, then check out Janna's website, ZS Healing in Claresholm. So very exciting. And thank you so much for your time today. This has been great. Thank you, Janna.
Great job. Thank you.
As Jenny mentioned, even though we are technically wrapping up our summer series, we are continuing with our podcast in the fall because really it's just too much fun not to keep it going. We also wanted to take a few minutes here at the end of this episode to go over some of our programming that's coming up in the fall that will be available to all women entrepreneurs in Southern Alberta. Jenny, do you want to go over what we have planned?
I would love to. Love to give an overview of some of our programming. It's been a quiet summer and we are hitting the ground running in September, and we have a lot of exciting programs coming up. The first program we have is not actually open to all women. It is specific to Blackfoot women on Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai. So the Blackfoot Women Entrepreneurs Program, Women Supporting Women, it begins Tuesday, September 14th. And this cohort of women will meet weekly on Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai to discuss starting or growing their own business as Blackfoot women. This program will explore a variety of different topics each week, and experts will join the group to share their experience and knowledge. The second program we have coming up is the 7-part Intro to Tech Certificate program. And this program focuses on current and future technologies. This series begins September 15th and will provide participants with an overview of various aspects of technology use, such as various software tools, digital marketing, augmented and virtual reality, artificial intelligence, data, and blockchain. During this series, participants will learn how to utilize the potential of technology for business success. This is going to be a really exciting program with lots of experts coming through. So I recommend that people take the whole program, but if you can't, you can register for individual workshops as well.
A lot of our clients come to us with an app idea. Do we have any programming that helps them get it from the ideating stage to the app store?
Absolutely. Beginning September 28th, all of our participants can overcome those doubts about app development and get that app out into hands with our 6-week interactive 6-pack app series. In this series, they will learn the 6 vital steps to take their idea from the idea stage to having it into an app store.
And what about for people who aren't quite that far along and maybe they're still stuck on creating assets and graphics and even just building a social media page or a website? Do we have any programming specific for them?
Absolutely. We are very happy to be running our Foundations in Digital Media program again, starting October 25th. We've already run it once and it was extremely successful and we've had great feedback. So we want to run this 7-week program one more time. This program is designed to begin the discovery process for entrepreneurs who want to improve their digital media literacy, which is what you were talking about. So at the end of this program, participants will have a new website or they'll improve upon their old website, and they will be able to create social media channels and have the skills to design the marketing assets that they can use on those social media channels. Another exciting program that we have run to great success and we want to run one more time is our new Canadian Emerging Entrepreneurs program. The date is to be determined, so please stay tuned for the date announcement. This program runs for 6 weeks, and the goal is to help new Canadian women determine their fit for entrepreneurship, help them develop a business idea, conduct market research, and create a plan for starting their business.
Most people wouldn't think that proposal writing is a required skill for entrepreneurs, but that's not really true, is it?
No, it's not true at all. From pursuing private or public funds to building business relationships, proposal writing is a task that all entrepreneurs need to master. So this is why on November 8th, WESTEM will be offering a proposal writing workshop. Proposals can be challenging to write. So during this workshop, we'll explore the components of a quality proposal, the language to use, proven methods of compiling the proposal, and using a proposal canvas as a planning tool. We will also look at the needs of the proposal recipient, like the government or banks or whoever you're writing for. It's a very important skill. So if you want to learn more about writing a quality proposal, you come check out this workshop.
More and more, we receive questions from our clients about including a virtual reality aspect in their business. What programming do we have that can support that?
Beginning November 9th, WESTEM will be offering a 4-week Intro to XR series. So the Intro to XR series will introduce the topics of virtual and augmented reality by exploring the technology, the industry, the development process, and exploring applicable real-world use cases. You don't need to be an expert in virtual reality to take this. This series is for female business owners and female entrepreneurs who may be able to benefit from XR technology or content, and they want to explore it.
Do we have any programming specific for women in STEM fields or women researchers?
Absolutely. This program is very specialized, and there's an 8-participant maximum, but we're very happy to offer from lab to fulfillment, once again, beginning November 22nd. So From Lab to Fulfillment was created by Dr. Yadid Pecht to guide women in STEM towards commercialization. So small interactive sessions alongside one-on-one coaching, they work together to cultivate a supportive space to ideate and pivot research into business. So the process that Dr. Yadid Pecht has designed helps women in STEM to make their scientific innovations more impactful by showing them how to overcome hurdles, find supports, and build their strategic plans and alliances to bring their ideas to market. So along with all of these specialized programming, we also offer value proposition workshops and demystifying tech workshops monthly, starting again in September. And we will also be offering business model canvas as well. So we have a very packed schedule coming up to end off 2021. And we're also very excited that we are going to be hosting the Inspire 2021 Celebrating Women Entrepreneurs in Southern Alberta conference in November. So that will be a 2-day in the morning conference on November 17th and 18th. So we invite everyone out there to come and join us for free to celebrate women entrepreneurs in Southern Alberta.
WeCast is a production of the Women Entrepreneurs in STEM program. WeSTEM is made possible thanks in part to funding from the Government of Canada's Women Entrepreneurship Strategy. For more information, visit our website at westem.ca or contact westem@chooselethbridge.ca. Thanks for listening.